to spell the name lah. Huh? All right. Okay. Very good evening to you guys. Okay. So today, what we are going to share about, right, as Joshua mentioned, is about your blood sugar and your weight, right? Because I find that through my so many years of, I think 8 to 9 years of fat loss coaching journey, right, and nutrition journey, I find that a lot of people always struggle with this thing, right? Okay, and there's a huge reason and a huge factor behind it, and today we are going to dwell into it, right? So, self-assessment first. Can okay, let's have some interaction. Huh? Okay, so you see 1 to 9 over here. Okay, so you see how many you get. Huh? Okay, so you see how many you get. Right, you see 3 of them. You have the 3 symptoms. You write 3 lah. If you have 4 symptoms, you write 4 lah. Okay, I'm just going to read through. So number 1 is, do you feel sleepy, foggy, or tired after meal? Right. Number 2, do you get hungry after 2 to 3 hours, even after eating? Right? Or number 3, do you have any cravings, salty for sweets or salty snack, especially in the afternoon or at night? Number 4, do you feel shaky, moody, or irritable when meals are delayed? And number 5 is your belly fat is the hardest area to lose. Okay. Number 6, does your weight plateau easily and even when you eat less? Right? And number 7, have you tried dieting before, but the weight come back after that? Okay. Number 8, do you gain weight more easily now compared to a few years ago? And 9, try to go to gym but didn't stick. Okay. Right? Semua kena. Okay. Got people say semua kena already. Right? How many you get? Do you get 3 of them? Do you get 4 of them? Or do you get 1 of them? Right? Or if you all 9 also can, right? You can write down. Okay. Let me just take a look. Okay. What is your struggle now? Okay. Come. All right. So I can see especially belly fat. Okay. Some people say, Joshua say belly fat, JS, semua kena. Okay. Who else? Right? How about the rest? Okay. Maybe write down how many do you have? Okay. So, and you know what? And this is a very common thing that most people have, right? All except number 4, okay? All except number 4, huh? Right? Actually, if you have more than 2, right? Today's session will be very good for you, okay? So today's session, I'm going to keep it very short and simple and very easy to understand, right? Hopefully, not very scientific stuff, lah, right? Practical stuff that you can do even starting from today or the after this session, right? 10 o'clock, you can start practicing already, okay? So, shall we get started? All right. Okay, so we got our self tags and as Joshua mentioned. So the continuous glucose monitor is the white color thing on our arm. Okay, on our arm, and the experience of tagging it is for me is not a little bit surprising for me lah. Okay, right? But actually, it's not that scary lah. Okay, it's just like you do like a blood donation or you do blood test, that kind of feeling. Okay, so and after you install it and you have an app, okay, then you can actually monitor your blood sugar up and down. Okay, so if you like to play around with it, right? You can go and try it out. Okay, it's actually quite interesting that you actually see the data and then it makes you more aware of whether you spike blood sugar or not, which is amazing. Okay, but of course we don't sell it, okay. This is not sponsored. Just go and find yourself in Watson. We buy it in Watson. Okay, right? Or online. I think Shopee also got one. Okay, got different brands. Okay. So why do we get ourselves tagged, right? Because we really want to understand, right? Because I always want to find ways to make things easier, make life easier, make weight loss easier, and for my clients as well, right? So for me, I don't really believe in like use like consistent discipline, like hardcore discipline to do things, but I believe that things can be done as a habit, or maybe they are life hack that make life easier. Okay, so that's why we get this tag so that we can understand how our blood sugar spikes and so on, and how that relate to your fat loss as well. Okay, right? Are you ready to learn? If you are ready to learn, can you press 1111 for me? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, we are going to let's get started already. Okay, so just some fun fact first. Okay, I believe this kind of fun fact. I think most people will know lah. Right. So, Malaysia is an aging community, right? And obesity, 1 out of 2 adult definitely kena one. Okay, so if you today you throw a stone, right, you definitely hit someone who is either having obesity, high cholesterol, hypertension, or diabetes. Okay, very easy. Or if the even if the stone bounced to another person and hit another person, that person might also be obese, high cholesterol, hypertension, or diabetes. Either one, sure will kena one. All right. So because compared to ancient time, maybe in our grandparents' generation, all these are very rare. Okay, but nowadays, I think every family is like quite normal to have any of this, right? And most people would say that, oh, because already definitely is like that, lah, right? But that is the problem. Okay, so because it's not supposed to be like that, and Malaysia is number one in this, and that is something that we need to fix. Okay, right? 73% Malaysian die of hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, and in fact, just few days ago, my uncle passed away because of a sudden heart attack as well, right? Already in my family, right? So it's really something that we really need to look into. Okay. So and the thing is, it's not that we don't know how to eat healthy, right? Okay. Everyone here know that you need to eat more protein, right? Correct. Okay. If you agree, you press 222. You know you need to eat more protein, correct? You know you need to eat more fruits and vegetables, correct? Right? You know you need to sleep early and then cut down stress and then go and do exercise. Who don't know, right? Okay? Right? Thank you, Kumari. Got the hashtag there some more. Okay. Right. So you can see everyone knows that. But the thing is, why people still come and join into this kind of session to learn, right? Are we trying to look for some new hacks so we can be lazy but still get the result? Okay, right? That's the thing about life. Human is that we always want to find some. Actually, we know all these things already, but the thing is we didn't do only. Okay, right? And this is what you eat, lah, right? Okay, and it's not our fault, we always say, not our fault, lah. Malaysia is the fault, lah. Okay, it's the country or the economy or the government or whatever, lah. Right? Because there's all these four very powerful uh people here. Okay, every day, summoning good food to us, right? In fact, nowadays, we go out, every time is good food, lah, right? Our advertisement, if you scroll Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and so on, all the good food will be there, correct? Right? It has become so integrated that in our culture, Malaysia is so famous for this thing, the food, right? Okay, right? Unlike Western country or unlike other countries, you never talk about their food, they talk about sceneries and other things. But in Malaysia, definitely is the food. Oh, right. Singapore also lah. I know some people Singapore from here, Singapore. Okay, right? So and that's why, right? We always stuck in a very special cycle. Okay, later I'm going to share about this cycle. Okay, but let me just share with you a little bit how normally people lose weight. Okay, if you have done it before, you press you type yes, okay. Okay, number one, do exercise. Okay, how many of you do a lot of exercise one? And you have this mindset is that, hey, today I eat a certain food. Today I eat extra too much already for my dinner. I'm gonna exercise a little bit to burn off the calorie. Gonna. If you have done it before, press yes. Okay, right? Okay, so exercise. But the thing is, sometimes exercise is not to say no good. It's good, right? But you can see if you do too much, too hardcore, actually it's going to damage your body. Especially when you don't, we always say, you cannot outtrain a bad diet, right? So that is the one thing that you must really balance it. Okay, number two thing is to they skip the meals or restrict the food. For example, I don't eat sugar lah. I do have friends that sometimes tell me, I'm going to eat zero carbs and zero sugar, right? Wow, how to eat? right? Everything is sugar. Okay, correct or not? Right? Even if you try to eat a chicken, then they got some sauce, right? The sauce is also sugar, right? Or maybe you eat the veggie, stir fried veggie, very healthy. But outside, they use the gou in Chinese, they call thicken the sauce. They put flour inside to thicken the sauce, right? Okay, 勾芡 in Chinese. So those are sugar also. We cannot totally avoid sugar. So and most people that actually restrict food or skip meals, right? There's actually a research. You actually gain back more than the weight sometimes. Okay. Normally people who lose 10% of weight from skipping meals or restricting food, right? You gain back all the weight or even gain back more than your original weight. Okay. This is very common one. Right? Or there are other very special diet online. Okay. Some is like asking you to eat a lot of fat, which is I don't say that any of this is like totally wrong. Okay, to a certain extent, there are certain correct insight. Okay, keto diet, Atkins diet, and so on. Like keto diet is actually they use high fat diet, right? But normally last time is actually monitored by a doctor, one. Okay, but nowadays people just do it for fun already. Anyone can do it, right? Even some auntie will tell another auntie, "Hey, I do this keto diet. You follow my style, like that, right?" So it's actually very dangerous one. Okay, so, and in fact, if you see some research and so on, I do have a client that actually last time do keto diet to lose weight, right? And then I tell him, actually, have you checked cholesterol level or not? Right? Then he should really go and check. Then really like, wow, super high the cholesterol, right? Because they only do know a little bit of it, but they don't know the full picture. What is the pros and cons of it, and how to manage the cons and so on, right? So that's why he end up with a lot of problem after that. Okay, Atkins diet, not to say no good. Actually, there are certain benefit to it, right? Potato diet, this one a little bit weird already. Okay, I do see a Facebook friend actually did it. I don't think he continued for more than 5 days. Okay, maybe he very scared of potato already. Okay, water diet, like totally don't eat, like fasting like that. Which is fasting to a certain extent is good, right? But excessively, it might actually be very dangerous. Detox tea, this one normally is just a gimmick. Okay, right? No need detox tea one because our body memang can detox by itself. You just need to know how to boost up body's detox system, like gut health, like your metabolism, and so on. Okay, these are things that the body can do. Okay, right? So, and this is what we call the vicious cycle of fat loss. Okay, it's not to say the method are good or bad, but it's more like most people will end up with this thing. It's like, oh, I diet or exercise. Okay, I fat already. I overweight. Okay, so I'm going to diet, exercise, and then after that you lose weight. You lose some weight because you cut down food, you exercise, you burn, right? So, but until one stage, right, it's like, how come not dropping already, right? And then some more, it's like, oh, my craving start to be very crazy already. Okay, so they fall off. They fall already, right? Then they say, never mind lah, I just eat lah. Chinese New Year coming already, or New Year or Christmas coming already, Hari Raya coming already. Okay lah, I'm gonna eat back first lah. Okay, so they eat lah, eat, and then they gain back the weight, and then they repeat. So it's like they cut down, and then the body very hungry already of nutrition, and then they fall off, they eat again and repeat. And this cycle, right, if it continue, right, we are actually training the fat cells to actually learn how to accumulate fat more easily. Okay, that is something more dangerous, right? So if the people always do yo-yo diet, like, oh, okay, I'm going to restrict my diet to cut it down first, and then when celebration, I gain it back, and then after celebration, I lose it again, right? And if they repeat this multiple times, you will find that it's more and more easy to gain all the weight already. Okay, because you have been training the body to gain weight. Okay, so very, very important is that we need to learn how to do sustainable fat loss. It's not about, oh, because of feasting, my weight go up. It's not because of after feast, I go out already, I'm going to find a way to cut it back down. If you repeat this too many times, it's actually very bad. Okay, so, and you can see most people use willpower. You can see all the method just now Why the cycle keep repeating? Because we constantly use a willpower. Correct or not? So how many of you have tried to use your willpower and discipline to lose some fat before? Yes or no? Got or not? If you have tried before, put yes on. If you have not tried before, put no on. Okay. Yes or no? One or two. One or two. Okay. So number one, okay. So most people have tried before. Okay, very good, Richard. Never use willpower. Very good. Okay. So I mean, it's not to say willpower is no good, right? Discipline to a certain extent is very good, but we also need to understand that we are human. Right? Discipline level deteriorate as time passes. Okay, right? So that's why it's more important to what if I tell you there's a better way, okay? Which we do not need to use too much of our discipline. Okay or not? Right? Want to know or not? Okay, right? So here's today's topic. How do we manage our blood sugar so that we can manage the fat loss? All right. So first thing, craving. Okay, so a lot of people say, actually, if your whole process, you can see the whole cycle, right? You just need to fix one thing only, right? If you fix your craving, right, most of the issues settle already. Okay, right? Because why people eat back the food? It's like, oh, after I lose weight already, I restrict, I lose weight already, I craving. So that's why I eat. And because you keep craving, you keep eating, that's why you get back the weight, right? So once you fix the craving, you fix a lot of things already. In fact, we have a client in Singapore, right? She was like 100 over kg one, right? So, and her problem, she tried so many methods to lose it. Exercise, sleeping center, certain diet, all sorts of she have done before, right? So, but she always have this issue of craving, right? So, I avoid lots of red meat. Usually, tell me need the protein. Okay. Sean, later we can talk. No problem. Okay. Right. So for that lady, right? So she did solve her craving issue. So that's why every time she lose weight, she gain back. Lose weight, she gain back because the craving is not resolved. So, but by understanding that craving is not a willpower thing, it's actually your hormone, then you understand, okay, so how to address all these hormones and by 1 week, 2 weeks, her hormone already stabilized, the craving reduced, then she can lose it already. Now I think she's about 80 something already. From 100 something, become 80 something already. Not bad, right? Okay. So that's why I always try to tell people craving is not about willpower, it's your hormones, right? Because many hormones in our body actually controls the craving. Okay. So like ghrelin, leptin, these are all the hunger hormone. Insulin, today we are going to talk more about this, right? When you spike blood sugar, your body actually have more craving, right? Cortisol, spelling wrong already. Okay, so cortisol basically is a stress hormone. When the stress hormone is up, then you actually want to have more cravings. And GLP-1 is also one of the very common hormone nowadays, especially if you heard of Ozempic or Monjaro, right? Those like weight loss drug, they always do this thing. They give you the fake GLP-1 to actually reduce the appetite and craving. Okay, so but the thing is, if you're able to balance this, you actually can settle a lot of your craving issues and you will lose it more easily. Okay, right? So now come to this blood sugar part, right? So today there are many hormones. I'm going to focus more on the blood sugar, which is the insulin part. Okay, how blood sugar actually impact weight loss? So first thing, for example, if you eat carbs, okay, you eat carbs, blood sugar spike. When the blood sugar spike, right? Okay, so the insulin in the blood actually increase. What is the function of insulin? Insulin is released when the blood sugar is too much, so they need to reduce it. How do they reduce it? They reduce it by channeling the sugar, blood sugar into muscle, into your liver, right, as glycogen. Or if full already, the muscle full, the liver full already, then they turn into your fat. Okay, so means that if the more you spike your blood sugar, the more easy that the body will actually accumulate fat. Okay, understand? Right, very simple. More blood sugar spike, more accumulation. Oh, so for example, if you spike the blood sugar here, you spike here, then the blood sugar, insulin will come out, and then to lower it. So when you lower it, means it will store the fat. So means the body will not burn the fat during this phase. Okay, so no fat burning, only fat storage. Okay, then reduce, but sometimes it goes too low, right? If you go too low, your energy crash, your brain fog, craving come already. I want to eat. Then you eat lah. Then you eat more, then it go back up again. And some more, if you eat carbs, you spike back up again. Then you insulin come out again and store the fat again. So and the thing is, and this happens to a lot of people in Malaysia or Singapore because our food is a lot of carbs. So spike up and down, up and down, up and down, and end up you gain weight, right? Become very easy to get sleepy after meal. You get hangry, you get cravings, everything. Okay, but you see the green color line. If you're able to stabilize the blood sugar, right? So when this one also go up, not so much. So insulin also not so much also. So when it bring down the blood sugar, also not so much. So if the blood sugar didn't crash down straight away, so it just lower, balance it. Okay, right? Up and down, up and down, up and down. So it's still up and down, but it's kept within a stable range. So that's why it will not create all those craving, weight gain, and so on. Okay, so here are the tips, okay, that you can use. Okay, this one I think if you are in our gut reset group chat, in some of our fitness group chat, I think you've seen it before. Okay, but today is enhanced version. Okay, right? So first thing, tips number one is about the sequence of the food. So if today you have pasta and broccoli, pasta is carbs, broccoli is vegetable. Okay, so you eat pasta first, you straight away spike it up. Okay, spike it up already, and then you will come down lah. Okay, so but if you put broccoli first, right, you actually become more stable, right? It still spike, but not as much already, and after that it reduce. Okay, and through our findings of our own blood sugar testing, okay, so we find that you need to have really reach a certain level of fiber, then only it will take some effect one. Normally, I feel okay, from my analysis, from my observation, okay, it's at least 10 grams of fiber first, okay, then you will see significant balancing of the blood sugar. If you eat too little, you eat only 1 gram of fiber, then you eat like 1 pound of carbs, still doesn't work one. Okay, you must have a ratio. It's not to say, oh, I eat 1 batang broccoli, then after that I can eat 1 bowl of noodle. It doesn't work that way, right? So about 10 grams of fiber, that will be 2 cups of veggie already lah. Okay, kailan cabbage whatever lah, right? Spinach and so on. Okay, that's the amount that you must eat. Okay, the amount is also very important. So number two, you look at this, potato then beef. Okay, so means carbs then protein. So it will spike, you mix together, right? So like sometimes you mix together and eat all together, you will lesser spike. And we eat protein first, then only carbs, then you will see significant reduction of the blood sugar already. Okay, and from my observation, actually having more protein have more blood sugar stabilizing effect than fiber, right? To from what I see so far. Okay, right? So another one, some people say if I mix together already the food, like sushi is the meat lah, the rice lah, the cucumber all wrapped together already. How? I can't be opening up the whole thing and eat, right? Okay, eat by sequence, right? So that's why you add something in front. Edamame. Edamame is a good source of protein and fiber, right? They have both at the same time, which is awesome, right? So before you eat your sushi, you eat that, okay, very good. But if you straight away eat sushi, you will spike up and then crash up, okay? The sugar crash, then you craving up, okay? So that's why very important. If you want to eat anything that mix together one, eat something protein or fiber in front first. Understand? Okay, can follow so far? Right? You can follow, press number one. Okay, just in case of people sleepy already. Okay, no worries, no worries. Okay, sleepy is good sign that your body need to rest. All right. Okay. So next one, Also, some people say, hey, I like fruits and vegetables smoothie and so on. They make into smoothie. Of course, if you were to choose, you can eat the fruits and vegetable as a whole. It's better than making into smoothie. Okay. But if you want to make into smoothie, there's a good reason why people make into smoothie one. Because when you make the smoothie, you can eat larger amount of it. You get more antioxidants and so on. Right? But of course, the thing is how you can manage it. You want to get more but without spiking your blood sugar, you can add protein powder inside. You can add high fat fruits. Or for me personally, I add oil inside, like olive oil, or I add avocado oil, flaxseed oil. I add inside, right? So that will actually balance the blood sugar one. Okay, which is very good. Okay, so you get best of the both worlds. Okay, you get more fruits and vegetable, and at the same time, you also didn't spike the blood sugar. You can see it's very significant difference one. Okay, the spike and this one. Later, I'm going to show you some data of my one. Okay, so the next one is about adding fat into your carbs. Right? Do you know only carbs that actually spike the blood sugar? So protein and fiber and in fact, fat also doesn't really spike the blood sugar that much. Okay, so for example, you see people who eat muesli and fruit juice, okay, for breakfast. Ah, very bad. Okay, spike sugar like crazy. All right, okay. But you can see if you change the avocado toast, the toast is still a carb, right? But because you have avocado, no problem. Avocado is high fat content. So it actually balance the blood sugar, lah. Right? You know what's better? You add one egg also, add two eggs on top. Even better, you have protein. Confirm you won't spike the blood sugar that much. Okay? Very good. So same for here. You see, pair with nut butter. Okay? Butter, nut butter basically is fat lah. Fat and protein. Of course, no sugar one. So very balanced sugar. But straight away it pair, it actually spike very high one. Okay. So managing this, you actually manage your blood sugar spike and thus your fat accumulation will not happen. Less likely to happen. Okay. And one more thing which is very powerful, adding vinegar before meal. Okay, so some people say, yeah, Malaysian, a lot of nice food. So who here like French fries? Okay, if you like French fries, can you press 333? Cannot. Who here like to eat French fries? Malaysia, a lot of French fries to eat. Okay, right? So you want to eat French fries, but you don't want to get the sugar spike. You don't want to get fat from eating it. Very simple. Add vinegar. Okay, potato story. Okay, so add vinegar before it. Okay, especially apple cider vinegar. Or actually any vinegar also can. Right? So you can see, in French, right? Their bread, right? They always serve with vinegar. Correct? Vinegar and olive oil. Because if you serve with vinegar and olive oil, and I know some people never never dip the bread into the vinegar and olive oil. But actually, if you dip into it and eat, actually your blood sugar is quite stable. Okay, so that's the life hack, right? So just by adding vinegar in front, you already reduce the blood sugar spike, But make sure the vinegar is no sugar one, because I know nowadays got like what vinegar, apple vinegar juice or something like that. That one not counted, honey vinegar something not counted. Okay, must be vinegar, right? Or if you cannot find vinegar, right, or maybe you don't like the vinegar taste, right, you can always do lemon or limau, like limau ice kosong, in mama, very good. Okay, but of course the effect is not as much as vinegar, but better than nothing lah. Okay, so that's what I always practice. In mama, limau ice kosong is my first drink every time. Okay, right? Even before I learned about this, I really doing it. Okay, so and now another thing that you can do is to use your muscle for 10 to 15 minutes after meal. Oh, this is quite useful one, right? And especially after you want to eat some desserts, cakes, ice cream, and so on. Who here like to eat cake one? Who here like to eat cake? Press 444. Okay, right? 444. If you like cake one, right? So if you like to eat cake, but you worry the cake got adverse effect on you, right? Make you gain weight and so on. Never mind. Okay, let's after the cake go for a walk. Okay, right? In fact, this is very good for people who are pre-diabetic or have diabetes also. Right? Have more walks. Right? It will actually help you a lot. Okay, so this is how you balance. Ah, and of course, this one, cut down stress. All right. So, so this is one of the very interesting research, okay, that they did. So when you stress, your blood sugar also spike. Right. So actually, I just want to tell you, blood sugar spike is not a bad thing, right? Blood sugar spike. Why? Because they need to body want to help you to get more energy so that you can address the things that you are facing. For example, if today you see a cockroach, right, you either want to fight or flight, right? Okay, so that time your blood sugar will be high one. Okay, so same for stressful meeting, your blood sugar will be high. This is okay. Why? Because your body needs the blood sugar to fight the stress, man. Okay, so it's okay. But the thing is, you don't have it constantly, lah. Because most people nowadays, is always stressing. Okay, right? Morning also stress, work also stress, go home see the family also stress. Correct, right? So need to find ways to cut down the stress also, lah. Right? The too much stress actually causing a lot of blood sugar spike. Eventually, you will end up, even the person don't eat so much sugar, don't eat so much carbs, but because they constantly stress, they will end up with some health issues in the future, high blood sugar and so on. Okay, so this is something to take note as well. Okay, so far, can you remember all the tips already? Right? How many tips have I talked about? 5 or 6? Do you remember? How many? Do you remember how many I talked about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many? Okay. I didn't number it because it's a quiz, right? Okay. So got 5. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 6. Okay. Actually got 6 already. Right. So now I'm going to share a little bit of my insight, personal insight of how I do it. So I actually tested. Okay. So that morning. Okay. Because for me personally, I always do the morning. I always do a gut reset smoothie. Right. Gut reset smoothie will include like fruits and vegetable, some protein, good oil, probiotics and fibers and so on. So I mix all together, right? This is my breakfast and this is lunch. Okay. So and in the blood sugar monitor, this is what happens. So in the morning, that morning, I actually eat a cake as well, a slice of this lemon tart. Okay. So very delicious lemon tart. But you can see I eat the cake, but together with a gut reset, cake is all sugars and on oil, right? So, but gut reset smoothie put in, I don't actually spike the blood sugar one. Can you see it? Right? Means it doesn't go beyond the gray color side lah. So means it's totally fine. Okay? Or okay, how to see this chart just in case for people who don't know. So you try not to go over this gray color area, but even if you go over this gray color area, you don't want to go over frequently. Okay? Okay, don't go out frequently, right? So or keep it to a certain percentage of time. So for example, for me, for the past the 14 days that I did the continuous glucose monitor, I kept my blood sugar above 90% is within range one. Okay, so 90% is within range, so totally fine. If you go below 70% of within range, then something wrong already. Okay, so blood sugar will spike from time to time is okay, but you don't spike very often and don't spike too much. That's all. Okay, so when I eat the noon time, I actually eat the ayam, nasi kerabu with ayam goreng. Okay, because don't know what to eat already. So I still eat very normal Malaysian food, okay? But you can see it will spike, right? Because not enough veggie. The ayam goreng got lah, but not a lot lah. The meat uh, very dry, so I did eat a lot of it. So end up still spike, okay? Above the range, but very fast come down again. Okay? So Another day, I actually eat like this. Okay, so morning got recess smoothie. So you can see I put olive oil, I got put a protein, put all the fruits and vegetables inside, right? And then lunchtime, I actually eat a chicken rice. This is 2 persons portion. Okay, not 1 person eat so much. So you can see breakfast, it was spiked still, but it didn't go over the range. It just keep within the range. Lunchtime, because I have a lot of veggie and protein as well, so it just go up, then down, and then stabilize already. Okay, it won't have like big spike and up and down and so on. Okay, so this is some of the tips that you can do. So, and you can see the amount of protein that I eat. Okay, at least 30 grams of protein, about 10 to 15 grams of fiber already. Okay, to make sure. So, and this is another day. Another day. So morning, I actually do okay. So that morning, I actually do a protein shake first. Okay, for me, I use protein shake from time to time because I want to save time, right? How to get so much protein so fast, right? Okay, so we do experiment. My wife and I do different thing. So I will do a protein shake. I eat the egg, and then eat the bihun. Okay, eat the bihun, mee siam lah, mee siam. So while my wife will eat the egg and eat the mee siam, right? So this is the result. Okay, this is Daniel's and Jane's one. Of course, this is not a conclusion, or not a conclusive research because it's just 2 people, but just showing example only. And it is sugar spike for each individual can vary as well. Okay, because some people blood sugar tolerance better, some people not so good, right? So, like for me, have my protein shake, then 7 eggs before the carbs, before the mee siam. So you can see steady, okay? Never go out of range, okay? In fact, that day we put a little bit extra, we ordered wrongly, so end up with 7 eggs. So total 70 gram protein over here, okay? Right? Well, Jane also take 7 eggs, half-boiled eggs. I know some people look at eggs 7 eggs, like wow, crazy already. In fact, when we ordered, the waiter also say, oh, you sure or not? You sure or not? Yeah, correct, right? So 7 eggs, then but she didn't take the protein, right? So her one still got spike. Okay, I think because she drink more of the teh tarik also lah. Okay, so the second spike is the teh tarik, the first spike is the mee siam lah. Okay, right? So this is the difference. Okay, and then another day, we also went to try out another local delicacy. Who here like to eat roti canai? If you like roti canai, press 1111. Okay, roti canai, one of my favorite actually. Right? I like roti canai, especially the hot one. Right? Okay. Toasted telur. Okay, can also. Right? Sometimes I do roti telur also depending. Okay. So the experiment is I take the protein shake and then I take the roti canai. While Jane, actually she took fiber, about 5 grams of fiber, then take roti canai. Okay, so you can see the difference. Okay, but you can see the chart okay, don't see my finger So you can see the chart here. My one go up a little bit, okay, come down already. Okay, because roti canai is still quite heavy in carbs, right? I eat 1.5 roti canai actually that time. Okay, because I ordered 2, but because got the protein shake, I cannot finish the 2. So that's the benefit of having some protein and fiber in front because you feel very full. Then you don't eat so much of the carbs also. Okay, right? So you still enjoy, means you don't restrict, right? But you manage it instead of like totally like, oh, I don't eat roti canai, I don't eat sugar and so on, because we're in Malaysia, a lot of nice food is with sugar one, so it's okay, but it's just about how we eat the sugar. Okay, right? And then for Jane one, you can see because she straight away eat, straight away eat, wow, spread like crazy. Okay, so there's the difference. So A and B. So which one better? A is exercise more, eat less, avoid the food, avoid the sugar, avoid the carbs, avoid the chocolate, avoid the ice cream, control tahan. Okay, or you want B, where you train the body to be able to lose weight better by itself. including doing the blood sugar management. Of course, there are other methods as well, which we normally teach. But today, I only share about the blood sugar first. Today topic, blood sugar already very big topic. So, which one better, A or B? Which one do you like? A or B? A or B? A or B? A or B? Okay, of course B, right? Okay, so very simple answer, right? So that's why, right? In our community, we teach people all sorts of things, right? As Joshua mentioned, our goal is to really help people to 10x, 10 times your health, right? 10 times your life, right? 10 times your enjoyment in life, right? So, and in fact, we have a goal also. The whole company got a goal, right? To empower 50,000 lives in 2026. Okay. Ignore the two face over here. Just see the 50,000. Okay. Right. This is a photo with me with the scientists. Okay. Right. 50,000 lives. So, and how do we do it? We have program for it, but today I'm not going to go into the details. But today we already learned about blood sugar and hormonal balance. Okay, so there are other topics. Next time we share about optimal nutrition and gut health also lah. Okay, so because really, if you do it well, we have done it before. 3,600 people with blood tests before and after blood tests. 98% can lose weight, 88% can lose fat, right? And more than 70% actually cholesterol, LDL, blood pressure, blood sugar can reduce in 2.5 months. Okay, that is very crazy already, right? Out there in the market, no one dare to give this data one. Okay, but we have the data, right? Because all done the blood test before and after blood test already one. Okay, so and now I'm just going to share, invite some a special person, okay, to kind of share a little bit of her experience, because Kumari, right, actually have followed us in our journey for quite a number of years already, right? And I can really see her change, transformation from last time. Really, her health condition is not very good, bigger size, but now much healthier, much more active, and much more happy as a person, right? So let me invite Kumari, right? A round of applause for her with 1111. Okay, Kumari,
Yes.
already.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Okay, let me introduce first before I share my weight loss journey. I'm actually Kumari, working as a pharmacy technician. I'm from KL. Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank F90 for giving me opportunity tonight to share on my weight loss journey. Okay, like everyone also, I used to believe that like for me weight loss is like just by controlling the food, like avoid the like certain food like processed food, avoid like sugary drinks, everything. But then by doing that, actually I think you guys also actually able to reduce 1 or 2 kg. Like me, I able to reduce, but then my weight loss was not sustainable that time. After I back to my normal diet, then the weight is like rebound back, so I gave back to normal. So I lose 1 or 2 kg, but my weight loss back to normal. So like then I was like wondering how come it's like that. Then in the year 2017, actually I met Daniel and Ron, and then they actually share me about these F90 programs. Then for me, it's like it's not that time my goal is to reduce weight. For me, it's like I want to eat, stay healthy until I grow older. So to them, they share actually the program. Then I say, okay, why not just give the trying, because it somehow is a lifestyle basis. And then to my surprise, after doing the program almost a month, and then I actually measure my weight, and then I really drop about 5 kg. And then I thought, hey, 5 kg, really, I really drop or not? So I go and test, is it something wrong with my scale or not? Then after that, I test again. Hey, to my surprise, I really lost 5 kg. And then I continue the program, and then my weight actually keep on dropping. So throughout the program, what I learned is just that it's not like weight loss is not like by cutting or reducing certain things. By actually through F90, I able to learn like knowing the proper nutrition, and then having a good lifestyle habits, and then there is a certain changes. Even though sometimes we eat healthy, it's still calorie, but knowing it, eating in the right way helps me give me sustainable weight loss till now. And then now, even after, I think, if I'm not mistaken, almost 8 years, actually, I completed the program. But then I feel actually much more healthier. And then even though I do gain plus minus few kg, but when I back to my normal diet, it's back to my normal weight. And then the best part of doing this program is I'm the one who always have a constant migraines. So after did the programs, I no longer popping up any painkillers for my headache, and my migraine is like nowhere. Unless I have sensitive to the smell, it trigger my migraine. And then until my colleague say, hey, you can eat dessert, man. I thought you are doing diet because almost every day you're drinking the shake. Now I say, no, ma, as long I'm also a normal person, I do eat dessert. I do enjoy good stuff. As long, you live in Malaysia, it's a food paradise, right? So many people think that losing weight is hard. Like for me, if you ask me, if you learn how proper way of proper nutrition, eating the right way with the healthy habits, you sure will have a sustainable weight loss. And then I would like to thank Daniel and Ron for introducing me this program. I hope, those who actually want to reduce weight will benefit from my sharing. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Awesome sharing. Right. Okay. A round of applause for Kumari. Okay. One. 1. Okay. So and you can see, I really see how she changed and so on, and how her health changed, and how she actually inspires so many others to actually make the changes as well. Right. One person's decision can influence so many people around her. Right. Even her cousins also lose weight, and a few more, a lot of friends, right, from Instagram one. Okay, that's it. Okay, so and I have one more. Kumari is girl, right? So now we have a guy. Okay, so we have this friend, JS. I know JS for very long already. I think at least 12, 13 years already. Right? We used to be a movie buddy. Always go out, go and watch movie and yum chow and okay, right? So and here is his story. Okay,
Hello everyone. Can you hear me?
yes.
Yeah, okay. Let me introduce myself. My name is JS. I come from Pang Bentong. Now reside in Kuala Lumpur, Klang Valley. Yeah, and work as a Grab driver. Yeah. So about actually along this session just now shared by Daniel, I actually rewind back about 2, 3 years ago when I first encounter things something that I never thought I would encounter is that my handshake before meal. So at that time, I am a Grab driver, so I drive around. And then when you drive around, you will feel very bored. And then I will go to search for nice food, especially those street food, pisang goreng, cendol, all those. So along this, period, I didn't know what happened to my body, but I realized after that, after I met with my coach, Jared and Jacqueline, that is I keep on spiking my blood sugar. And just now when Daniel shared about the self-reflection, I said that, wow, macam semua kena last time. Yes, actually, I felt those after meal. I felt lack of energy even after meals and quickly hungry. And the something that I never thought I encountered is the handshake that I mentioned just now. The handshake before meal. Have you encountered that before? Have you experienced that before? It's something like your body, yeah, when it close to lunchtime or dinner time or any time to eat, that your body is craving for sugar until your handshake, and then it will spread to your body shape. Yes, that's very scary. And at that time, because of this scary experience, I went to see doctor. And yes, my obesity was my problem. And then my cholesterol was high. Everything is just not good. And then I didn't know what to do. I asked advice from the doctor. Doctor just asked me to change my diet and then change the lifestyle, improve my lifestyle. I did listen. And what do I do? What did I do? I eat more vegetables, less meat, and then I totally cut the carbs because I thought the carbs was the monster, was the ghost. I saw carbs like I saw ghosts, something like that. So after that, but because of this kind of eating pattern, eating habit is not sustainable, I quickly became cravings again because you eat less, ma. Your body asks for more, ma. So around when in between normal meal time, I will go for snacking again. So everything comes back. So nothing changed after that. But then luckily I met with my coach, Gerald and Jacqueline. They told me something. They teach me, they coach me something in this program we call F90 program, is to teach me how to have a sustainable eating habit, how to have a sustainable lifestyle to lose weight, to make our blood sugar level to normal, and then to how to say to make ourselves better. So from that time, I follow the program. I follow the ways that they taught me. Especially my eating habit is was changed. I have a more active lifestyle, and then in 4 months time, this was the result last time. Yeah, and you can see actually the kg is 10 kg in 4 months time. Yes, but actually what made me worry the most and what made me the happiest when I lost this weight is the V fat. You can see the V fat, the visceral fat, the fat that is not wiggly jiggly, is the fat that strangle your organs. If you have too much of it, if it is a very, you will have a very high inflammation in your body. You will how to say, you will have a very high chance of having because of inflammation is high, you are having a higher chance than normal people to get more disease because of the VFAT. So I lost that VFAT, so I was very happy. So because of this community, our F90 community, they taught me a lot, they coached me a lot, and then because of that, I have how to say I have habits that I can sustainable until now that is beneficial for my whole lifetime. That is very important. Yeah. So until now, yeah, I keep on doing it. I keep on having the good habits because habits is more important than willpower. You have willpower, your willpower will get low sometimes, and then you will go back to cravings. That's my experience. Yeah. So that's my sharing all this time. Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, thank you, JS. I like the last sentence of it's about the habit, not about the willpower. Correct. Do you agree? If you agree, can you press 222 for me? Right. So that's a very important thing that we need to understand, right? It's about the habits, right? About the habits. So that's why, right? Just to summarize a little bit. Okay, 2026. How many of you have told yourself before, new year, new body, like that? Okay, then you cancel, 2011, cancel 2012, 2013, 2014, right? Okay, lose weight again, lose weight more, right? So all this right, is happening to every year. Okay, so that's why, right? It's very, very important to understand it's not about willpower because a lot of goals like this, it's like, okay, you use willpower, but you don't practice a habit. You're not lacking of knowledge or willpower, but it's more like you didn't form the right habit that keep you going forward, right? That is something so important, right? So this is something special I want to end with. And we already talked through very long with the team what to do and so on, right? So we are going to have a 2026 14 challenge, 14 days challenge, right? So, and this challenge is not about buying product, no, nothing. Okay, so this is a habit building challenge. Okay, so basically in 14 days, every day we will give you one mission to do. Like for example, okay, today first day, drink more water, drink 300 ml water when you wake up. Okay, so that's the that's the mission for day one. Day two, maybe add one more protein portion in your food. Okay, like that. Okay, like task of the day. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you, Jared. Right, so every day you get one task, and in 14 days, then you already build up 14 habits, right? That you can stack on together, and that will bring you through the whole year already. Correct? Okay, so we speak into members and non-members. For public who are not our member, it's okay, right? 30 bucks, you can join the challenge already. And why we put in 30 ringgit challenge? Because if it's free, no commitment one. Okay, understand? So we put in a little bit of challenge for you guys, 30 bucks, and then you also get some prizes along the way. Okay, so if you complete the challenge or if you have a certain criteria, okay, we have winners, okay, right? So, but for people who are in our community doing our gut reset already, it's free for members, okay? So you want to know more about it and so on, later on, we are going to announce in the group chat, right? And you can put down your name over there. Then we will get started on the January 5th, okay, until January 18th, okay? So January, let's make it big together. All right. So that's basically it for my part already. I'm going to pass back to our MC, right? Joshua?
Wow, wow, wow. Amazing sharing, right, Daniel? Let's give another round of applause to him, either by your emoji or you can just type 333, right?